This is an embarrassment.
Look at her face, dog.
Maybe she's just awkward. It's her first time doing like.
Hello, guys. Welcome back to TFD with another banger. I am Cordy. Hope you're all good. Now, listen. The internet was on fucking fire last night because Caitlin Clark, yeah, man, she pulled up on NBC Sunday Night Basketball as a pre-game commentator. She was chopping it up with legends like Carmelo Anthony, Reggie Miller, and Mariah Taylor, and the energy was just different. She talked confidence. She talked growth. And yeah, she even touched on how she feels a new deal is still gonna get done despite these tough CBA negotiations. And fans angry because Reggie Miller comparing Caitlin Clark to Payton Pritchard with a surprising argument. We're absolutely going there. But first, let me stir the pot just a little bit because I noticed something else that nobody's really talking about. You know who's been out of the spotlight for a minute? Coach Stephanie White. Now, remember what I said before. Caitlin Clark is doing Lakers versus Knicks. Big stage, bright lights. And I'm watching like, okay, is she about to break down some film? Is she about to start talking about how JJ Redick is scheming Luka Doncic open? And sure enough, that's exactly the lane she went down. She starts pointing out how JJ is moving pieces on the chessboard, running action, creating space, getting Luka clean looks, the off-ball movement, the timing, the flow. And I couldn't help but think, is this Caitlin low-key sending a message? Like, hey, coach, this is how I want to be used in Indiana. Not saying it directly, but saying it smart. Saying it through basketball IQ, through examples, through the way she talks about the game. It wasn't loud. It was messy, but it was clear. Caitlin Clark is showing you who she is, how she sees the game, and how she believes she should be unlocked. And if you're really listening, she already gave you the blueprint. Okay, here said Caitlin says she loves watching Luka play. Luka's amazing, the way he can not only score the ball, but also the way he passes. He can get his defender to move where he wants them to go, and he takes up that space. Obviously, he's pretty incredible.
Even more specifically, because there's things in his game maybe you would want to add to yours in the league?
Man, I think Luka. Luka's amazing and he's incredible. I think the way he can not only score the ball, but also the way he passes. And I think the thing about him is, like, he's not the fastest, he's not the most athletic, but he can get his defender to move where he wants him to go, and he takes up that space, and he does a really good job of either keeping the defender behind him or keeping him to the side. So I think that's something I can certainly learn from. Like, I always kind of want to run away from the defense rather than absorbing the contact and taking up the space that they give me. So I think, obviously, he's pretty incredible. He averages like a 30-point triple-double. So he makes it look pretty easy, but I can promise you it's not that easy.
Yeah, he is coming off a triple-double. You got that right in the last game.
Now, here's why this goes deeper than just Caitlin gassing up Luka Doncic. Because if you remember, Coach Stephanie White once went on record talking about how the Mavericks look when Luka is off the floor, and she sounded real comfortable praising that version of the team. Almost a little too comfortable. And what makes that interesting is how similar that sounds to the way the Indiana Fever played this past season, with and without Caitlin. The ball movement, the pace, the everybody eats vibe, versus when everything runs through one star. So now we've got Caitlin breaking down Luka's impact, and we've got Stephanie's old comments sitting in the background. Let's hear what Caitlin Clark had to say. Then we're going to rewind and compare it to what Stephanie White said about a year and a half ago. Let's take a look.
A wrist sprain in that game and has been out since. And that puts a lot on the plate of players like Spencer Dinwiddie, who just came in, who finds Marshall for the corner three.
When you see the Mavs just play differently without Luka on the floor. He's a guy who's high usage rate, the ball's in his hands. When he's not on the floor, that ball is moving, it's popping. Multiple players getting involved in action, and everyone's stepping up.
Lower usage rate for him this year.
You hear that? When Luka's not on the floor, the ball's moving, it's popping, you can just see it. Man, you can feel how excited Stephanie White was saying that. She's like, oh, it's flowing, it's jumping, everybody touching it. And then it's like, okay, but what if I do have Luka? Now all of a sudden, Luka becomes more of a passer, less of a finisher. Fast forward, and what do we see? She's basically doing the same damn thing in Indiana with Caitlin Clark. Now, listen. Caitlin pays attention. She might not tweet about everything. She's not on social media clapping back every 5 minutes. But don't get it twisted, she sees things. I guarantee she's seen that old clip of Stephanie talking about the Mavs without Luka. And yeah, I'm gonna read into it a little. Because I don't think Caitlin was thrilled with how she was used this past season. And that's not crazy to say. I wasn't happy. A lot of y'all weren't happy either. Decoy Caitlin. Pick setter Caitlin. Stand in the corner Caitlin. Meanwhile, she's cooking the Liberty, and then suddenly it's, all right, Caitlin, relax, calm down now. Nah. Let me know what you think in the comments. Was Caitlin misused last season, or am I tripping? Let's take a look at how Caitlin Clark was pissed when Reggie Miller compared her to Payton Pritchard. I mean, Caitlin Clark's face reaction looked like she did not expect that at all. NBA legend Reggie Miller compared Clark to Boston Celtics guard Payton Pritchard, a comparison meant to flatter the Indiana Fever star, but one that many people on social media quickly called out as inappropriate.
Too. I know you guys have seen Caitlin play. She's a one-of-ones, but is there like a comparison of somebody that you played with that you guys watching the game right now that reminds you of the young lady to your right?
I like Payton Pritchard from Boston, the way he's able to handle the basketball. He makes big shots when the shot clock's running down, a lot like this young lady right here. Isn't afraid of the big moment and is a champion like she's soon to be.
What about you, Nella?
And the furor over Miller's comments didn't stop there. It continued into Monday, when Danny Green and Celtics icon Paul Pierce went back and forth about Clark's ability. While Paul Pierce straight up called out Miller and favorably compared Caitlin Clark to Steph Curry, Danny Green said he didn't think it was a bad thing for Clark to be compared with Payton Pritchard, last year's 6th Man of the Year. They have similar skill sets, like Reggie said. Green said, I don't think it's a bad comparison. Green explained that while Clark has had a Steph Curry impact on the WNBA, he defended Miller by saying Clark and Pritchard are both crafty, hard-nosed guards who can really shoot the basketball.
This is an embarrassment.
Look at her face, dog.
Maybe she's just awkward. It's her first time doing like media on TV. Like, she's doing the media, holding the mic.
Payton Pritchard.
Go ahead, P. What's let P. You say his piece.
Like, she had the look of like, bro. Dog. I was thinking more Steph Curry.
Everybody thinks that because of impact. We're talking about skill set, though. Just skill set alone.
Her skill set and her magnetic pull.
That's an impact.
Yeah, but that's part of her game, though.
Just skill set, because she's her impact. But then, like,
but her skill set is what makes defenses react to her that way, though. Danny, no.
What
defenses don't react to Payton Pritchard like that.
They're not doubling him everywhere, face guarding, denying him like they do her, like they do Steph.
Are they doing that to her?
Did you see her in the USA game?
I don't think they do.
In the Olympic game where they were like deny, they're picking it up full.
Yeah, but they ain't, bro. They're not. What you're saying? They're not doing all of that, bro. They're
doing that,
bro.
What are you watching?
He said because Payton Pritchard takes deep threes, they're the same player.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
That is what you're saying.
No, he said that.
Okay, so
he literally just said that. I didn't say anything yet. I'm saying they have similar skill set, like what Reggie said. I don't think it's a bad comparison. Now, impact, yes, she's a Steph Curry impact, but they shoot. They're very. They're very good guards. They can shoot. They're crafty, like hard-nosed. Like Payton Pritchard ain't nobody. He ain't no. I'm saying no
He's a
slouch.
good player.
He's a very good player.
He doesn't lead the team in scoring. I love Payton. That's my little brother.
We didn't say he did that. We were saying skill set.
Her gravitational pull.
We're not looking at the numbers.
No, I'm looking at her gravitational. Her gravitational pull is on the same level as Steph's in the WNBA.
But let's be real. Caitlin Clark's impact on basketball as a whole is much greater than Payton Pritchard's. And while Green tried to point to similar points per game totals to back up his argument, Paul Pierce shut that down immediately. Her gravitational pull is on the same level as Steph's in the WNBA, Pierce said. Danny Green might want to record and rewatch a few more Indiana Fever games in 2026 because he might feel very different once he really sees Caitlin Clark's full, multifaceted impact. Okay, this one of the hot topics, one of the takeaways from last night's broadcast. Many heaters laughed on Caitlin reaction. Her reaction like she unexpected, because they talking about LeBron, Steph, Luka, then Reggie Miller suddenly take Payton Pritchard name. So if you know anything about Payton Pritchard, he's an undersized guard with the sickest handles ever. He hits clutch shots, actually, like half-quarter buzzer beaters in NBA Finals games. People act like it was like a diss or something. Payton Pritchard is an absolute beast, absolute baller that overcame the odds, and it is an amazing basketball player. If you watch the way he shoots the ball and the way he handles the rock, you would understand what Reggie Miller was saying. And then Carmelo Anthony goes on to say, Luka Doncic. But check this out.
For the rebound. Here's Pritchard. He loves these. Puts it up half court of the buzzer. Bang! Pritchard at the buzzer with a three-pointer. He's done it again.